Let's learn about passing the arguments, that too in value. Pass by value. What is pass by value? Whenever the function is called, if any changes to the arguments within the subroutine, those changes will not be visible outside the subroutine. We'll see within the code. Here is the function. This is the function. In this function, this is called as subroutine. This is called as subroutine. In this, any changes within the argument, this is the argument which we have given here. Any changes within the argument, that changes will not be visible outside the subroutine. Outside the subroutine means here, like the global variables will not affect to the global variables. If it doesn't affect here, it will not affect here. If it doesn't affect here, final output will not get affected anything. What is subroutine? We'll come to the subroutine now. Like, what is subroutine? Subroutine is a piece of code that you can write it once and it can be reusable whenever I can call it. N number of times I can call, it could be reusable. So only this subroutine can be used. I can write this code normally also, but it can't be reusable. To reuse it, that should be written within the subroutine. That subroutine can be called within the initial begin, how many times, whenever you want. Like, why to call this subroutine? Like, subroutine is like we have written some set of instructions to reuse it. Instead of writing code again and again, you put the whole thing within this subroutine and call it whenever I need it. This subroutine can be written in function and in task. If it is a function subroutine, that returns a value, like which we have written a small piece of code here. If it is written in task, that may or may not returns a value, but it will perform its action. But the acknowledgement will not be given, like the work has been completed or not. If that should happen, that we have to take initiative and give like triggering. Now we look into it. An example code we have written here, like we do have three variables which is of 12 bytes. Here you can see, which is of totally 12 bytes, A, B, C. In that, the result, the final what is that returned value result could be stored in this result. And the small subroutine we have written here, after updating this subroutine, that could be updated in a local memory within the inside function. And then within the initial begin, we have assigned some values. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to 30, and one pass by value is called. One time it is called, that pass by values returns value is finally updated to the result. And here, before calling the function, the value abc gets updated here, and after calling the function, it could be updated here. The returned value finally it will be updated here. Totally it is of how many? 12 what is it, 12 bytes. Globally 12 bytes are there and locally 12 bytes are there. Totally 24 bytes of location is being used for entire simulation. But how it affects, will it affects or not, that could be seen axis within this function x plus y. It is of 10 plus 20, it is 30. Finally it is updated x as 30. Then here if you come, x is equal to 30 plus 20, 50. Finally it is of 50. After 50, what is the updated value of x here? X is 30. 30 plus 30, 60. 60 is updated as z. The return value is 60. Finally, the result to the result, it is returned as 60. Here, after 10, 20, 30, these 10, 20, 30 is updated here, 10, 20, 30. This is finally given as 10, 20, 30 only. This locally memory what the updated value, these values are not affecting this globally. If it affects, then only it would reflect here, or else it would not reflect. ABC value is 10, 20, 30, and the result value, which is uh, what is that? Returned here, that is finally displayed here. You can see the uh, output window which is given here. Local memory value is not updated to the globally. This local memory value is not updated to the globally, so it is not updating here. The final output is this, and